will get all black money data from Switzerland by next year. Piyush Goyal. According to a recent data, money parked by Indians in Swiss banks rose over 50% to 7,000 crore rupees in 2017, reversing a 3-year downward trend. New Delhi, Union Minister Piyush Goyal on Friday said the centre will get all data related to black money by next year. This comes immediately after recent data showed that money parked by Indians in Swiss banks rose over 50% to 7,000 crore rupees in 2017, reversing a 3-year downward trend amid India's clampdown on black money stashed there. Goyal said India would start getting details of bank accounts from Switzerland under a bilateral treaty. He also wondered how all of the deposits in Swiss banks can be assumed to be black money, but said strong action would be taken against anyone found guilty of wrongdoing. In comparison, the total funds held by all foreign clients of Swiss banks rose about 3% to 1.46 trillion or about 100 lakh rupees crore in 2017, according to the official annual data released by Swiss National Bank (SNB), the central banking authority of the Alpine nation. The surge in Indian money held with Swiss banks comes as a surprise given India's continuing clampdown on black money stashed abroad, including in banks of Switzerland that used to be known for their famed secrecy walls for years. The Indian money in Swiss banks had fallen by 45% in 2016, marking their biggest ever yearly plunge, to 676 million, about 4,500 crore rupees, the lowest ever since the European nation began making the data public in 1987. According to the SNB data, the total funds held by Indians directly with Swiss banks rose to 999 million Swiss franc (6,891 crore rupees) in 2017, while the same held through fiduciaries or wealth managers increased to 16.2 million (112 crore rupees). These figures stood at 664.8 million and 11 million, respectively, at the end of 2016. As per the latest data, the Indian money in Swiss banks include 464 million (3,200 crore rupees) in the form of customer deposits, 152 million (1,050 crore rupees) through other banks and 383 million (2,640 crore rupees) as other liabilities, such as securities at the end of 2017. The funds under all three heads have risen sharply, as against a huge plunge across all categories in the previous year, the SNB data showed. The funds held through fiduciaries alone used to be in billions till 2007, but began falling after that amid fears of regulatory crackdown. The total funds held by Indians with Swiss banks stood at a record high of 6.5 billion, 23,000 crore rupees, at 2006 end, but came down to nearly one-tenth of that level in about a decade. Since those record levels, this is only the third time when there has been a rise in Indians' money in Swiss banks: in 2011, 12%, 2013, 43%, and now in 2017 by 50.2%, the maximum increase since 56% way back in 2004. The latest data from Zurich-based SNB comes months after a new framework having been put in place for automatic exchange of information between Switzerland and India to help check the black money menace. Amid a decline seen in Indian money over the previous 3 years, there was a view that Indians who had allegedly parked their illicit money in Swiss banks in the past may have shifted the funds to other locations after a global crackdown began on the mighty banking secrecy practices in Switzerland. Swiss banks have earlier said Indians have few deposits in Swiss banks compared to other global financial hubs like Singapore and Hong Kong amid stepped-up efforts to check the black money menace. On directions of the Supreme Court, India had constituted its Special Investigation Team (SIT) to probe cases of alleged black money of Indians, including funds stashed abroad in places like Switzerland. A number of strategies were deployed by the government to combat the stash funds menace, in both overseas and domestic domain, which included enactment of a new law, amendments in the Anti-Money Laundering Act and compliance windows for people to declare their hidden assets. The tax department had detected suspected black money running into thousands of crores of rupees post-investigations on global leaks about Indians stashing funds abroad and has launched prosecution against hundreds of them, including those with accounts in the Geneva branch of HSBC. Earlier in 2015, the money held by Indians in Swiss banks had fallen by nearly one-third to 1,217.6 million, over 8,000 crore rupees. Prior to that, these funds fell by 10% to 1.8 billion in 2014, after a rise of 43% in 2013 to 2.03 billion. The total assets of Swiss banks in India, however, fell by about 18% in 2017 to 3.2 billion in second consecutive year of decline. This does not include any tangible assets like real estate and properties. The amount owed by Indian clients to Swiss banks fell by 48% in 2017 to 210 million.